So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down, you can be laying down, you can even be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen to this, it will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you'd prefer to listen to this practice in a still position, then feel free to take all the time that you need to arrive there. You can let yourself fidget and move in whatever ways your body wants to move. Just beginning this practice by coming more into your sense of feeling and just seeing what it's like when you let your body move for you, and just kind of following that path of least resistance, not thinking about what it looks like the way you're moving, but just really following those good feelings that you get when you move the body around. Maybe rolling out the neck, maybe moving the shoulders around, maybe arching the spine or curling the spine. Just not thinking too much about this, but just letting yourself move in the ways that your body wants to move. And if what your body is calling for right now is stillness, then honoring that stillness whenever that feels right for you. So there is no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. You're not ruining anything if you fidget a bit or readjust yourself. It's just important that you are comfortable in the body, generally comfortable as you can be. And if you are feeling ready to come to a still position and would like to do that, then you can do so, and just coming to a place with the spine nice and straight. And if you're in a place where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. You can just mark your arrival into your practice today, into your body today, with a full, intentional cleansing breath. You take a long and slow inhale in through the nose, letting yourself fill up fully. You just hold that for just a moment at the top to really feel that fullness, and then slowly letting it go. Exhaling bit by bit. Exhaling fully. And then just pausing again for a moment to really feel that emptiness as you allow your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like that for a few more rounds for as long as it feels good and helpful. Just exaggerating the 4 parts of the breath. So just taking a moment longer of an inhale than you might normally, pausing at the top for just a moment longer, exhaling a little bit more fully, and pausing for an extra moment at the bottom. Just consciously slowing down the breath, consciously coming into your body. And there's no rush at all. You can continue to breathe like this for as long as it feels good and helpful. And at any point, if you are ready, you can just allow yourself to feel almost like you're stepping back and up in the mind into the role of the observer, or the role of the witness. And seeing if you can watch your body breathe you. Observe the natural pattern and flow of your breath without having any direct control or influence over the rhythm or depth of your breath. And just reminding yourself that the breath is that one bodily function that can be either voluntary or automatic. So just playing with that control or guidance, and then release of control or guidance as we begin today. And now looking at your breath, we're looking at your body in general as the force of nature that it is. Maybe seeing the air entering and exiting your body, just as you would if you were laying down on the beach watching the waves roll up along the shoreline. Not trying to control the waves or have any influence over them, but just laying back and watching them as they already are. Remembering how your body breathes even when you are deep in sleep. And this does not require your doing. And also know that sometimes it can feel nearly impossible to watch the breath without having any control or influence over it. So it is perfectly okay if that's where you're at right now. Just knowing that this practice is about showing up as you already are. You do not need to be an expert or in a great state of mind in order to sit down and do this practice. And so you can start to bring some attention just to your physical body. And just doing a light general body scan. And just almost taking inventory of how you are feeling physically right now. If there is pain present anywhere in the body, depending on how loud that pain is, sometimes it can be incredibly distracting or all-encompassing. And I know for myself, my instinct is to run away from that or to distract myself from the painful sensations that I'm feeling. So instead, I offer the way of looking at it a slightly different. And instead of trying to distract or not feel or maybe wash over the pain or make it go away, instead just bringing all of your awareness to those areas and sitting fully with those painful sensations for as long as you can bear. And even if it's just for a split second, not trying to change it. Because what I have found is that sometimes the biggest source of suffering and pain that comes with having chronic pain or chronic illness is the feeling like we shouldn't be feeling this way, or we should be feeling better, or trying so hard to not feel the way that we are feeling. And so I don't know how to totally rid ourselves of pain, but I know that we can get rid of that extra layer of resistance to the pain. And almost exhale into it. And just feel, even if it's just for a split second, a sense of acceptance with how you are physically feeling, no matter how painful that is. And maybe tears need to come. Maybe the body needs to shake, or maybe you need to make primal noises that come out. And knowing all of that is okay too. Just trusting your body and the release that naturally arises for you. Whether that be through tears, or maybe you're feeling really good right now and maybe you laugh or smile. But just coming more into the sense of feeling and knowing that you are capable of feeling hard things, of feeling pain, and it will not break you, even when it feels like it will. And a really great comfort in these stages of life when we are experiencing pain is just the truth that everything changes. It is the one truth in this world that we can all count on, is that everything will change, especially our feelings and our sensations in the body. And so you can use that maybe as a comfort to you. If you're in a place right now that feels really bad or painful, knowing that there is an end to this, no matter how far or close it is. And you can also use that as a comfort to you, almost as permission for you to fully feel the good things you are feeling. Soak it in. Soak in all the love that's around you and all the things that feel good and helpful within you. You can bring some awareness into your face as well. And just observing any natural expression that is resting on the face right now. Sometimes when we are trying to relax or let go, maybe we catch a glimpse of ourselves in the mirror and our brow is scrunched or our jaw is tight. Or maybe our nostrils are flared or the chin is holding. So paying attention to all these little components of you and seeing the things that you can let go. Sometimes if we have obtrusive thoughts or repeating maybe fixations that we have physically or mentally, it can be a lot simpler, more straightforward to bring our awareness just to what is physical here right now, to the muscles in your body, and right now, the muscles in your face. And just seeing how heavy you can get your jaw to be, how soft you can let your lips be, how much can you release in the nostrils and in the cheeks. How much can you soften the eyelids and the eyebrows? And even the eyeballs, just letting the eyeballs rest in their sockets. Letting the forehead be wide and deep. Letting the ears soften, the upper jaw. And feeling a sense of trust with your own anatomy. Trusting that you don't need to hold anything in any specific position, and that it is safe for you to let go. Trusting that your skin will hold everything intact where it needs to be, without any of your holding. Feeling the hairline soften back a bit. So you just let this general wave of acceptance and softness and release naturally cascade down the skull, down the back of the neck, and down to the back of the heart, so the space between the shoulder blades. And just feeling that unique rhythm beating within your chest. Maybe feeling a sense of expansion or broadness across the collarbones. Feeling the tips of the shoulders reaching a little further away from each other, just giving your heart plenty of space to be. And as you feel your heart beating, and maybe if you have trouble feeling it, you can always place one or both hands on top of the heart to just encourage that feeling from the outside as well. And just reminding yourself of this gift that is right here within you at all times. And how this exact heart has been pumping life into you from the time you were in your mother's womb up into this exact moment. And it will continue to do so until our time is done here. And there will be times when all of us get stuck in our lives, maybe where we question why we're here, or question if we are worthy of living the life we're living, or just have doubts about ourselves and our life. And whenever we are in those places, it is perfectly okay and necessary to fully feel those hard emotions. And at the same time, reminding yourself that they are feelings and they are not facts. And the fact is that if you have this heart within you that is giving you life, that is all the proof you need that you are worthy of this life. And there is absolutely nothing you need to do to prove your worth. And we might all go through times where we get stuck trying to earn love or earn appreciation from the world around us, or try to prove ourselves to the others around us. And that is just a way of operating. It's a driving force in the things we do, but it doesn't have to be your driving force. And if you catch yourself thinking or acting in those ways, you can just remind yourself that it is not necessary for you to earn any more love, because you have this direct connection to whatever source gives us all the love, whatever source all of life comes from, right through your heart. And so instead of going out and trying to earn more of this love that we already have, we can just flip that to going out and sharing the love that we already have, knowing that that is what allows it to naturally multiply and grow, and awaken that same truth in everyone else you cross paths with. Because all of us here on this earth are worthy of being here. And just maybe feeling a sense of heaviness in the arms and in the hands. You just let your neck get a little bit longer. Maybe feel the crown of your head reach away from your seat a little bit taller, and just allowing yourself to exhale and be as big as you are, releasing any need to make yourself smaller, but letting yourself be long and wide, knowing that you are worthy of taking up this space. And there is no need for you to make yourself any smaller than you are. And letting your stomach be big, letting it be soft. And just feeling that innate connection that you have between your heart and all the organs in your stomach. And that your heart is pumping blood, pumping life into every inch of your body, but also your organs. Your body is smart, it is intelligent, and it can heal all on its own with time. And if you imagine when you get a small paper cut on the finger, it will heal completely on its own given time, but there are certain things we can do to just aid that process. There's ointments and band-aids and things like that, and that might aid the process of healing. And emotionally, we heal the same way. All of us are always on this healing path, but there are things we can do, just like the practice we are doing right now, that can aid the process, that can help you to be a little bit more aware of the process and appreciate this life. Maybe feeling a sense of release into whatever surface is beneath you now. A sense of heaviness across the whole body. Imagining what it's like when you hug someone who you love very dearly. In that moment when you exhale and you just allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to be loved and safe. And just awakening that same sense of safety and love just with the earth beneath you. Letting yourself be held. Letting yourself be safe. So you can just continue to feel whatever is present within you, continuing to soften the body, and just finding an overall sense of acceptance with where you are right now, whether that is something you label as a good place in life or a bad place in life. Just even for a moment, not trying to change anything about right now. Just listening to the following words written by young Pueblo in his book Clarity and Connection. And just allowing anything that feels like it resonates to just soak into you and not worrying about the rest. So be prepared to meet a new version of yourself every time you shed another layer of old trauma, conditioning, or hurt. As you let go, your perspectives and interests will shift. Transformation is natural as you travel the road to greater self-awareness, happiness, and peace. The goal is not to heal and then begin your life. The goal is to embrace healing as a lifelong journey and allow genuine connections to emerge organically along the way. Real courage is listening to your intuition, even when society and people in your life advise against it. A lot of advice comes from fear. People wishing you to stay with the herd and do the normal thing. Taking a calculated risk is not recklessness. It is fearlessness. Do not think in extremes. The answer is rarely all or nothing. Skillful action is finding pathways even amidst contradictory options. Solutions are found by going beyond the superficial and into the subtle. Understand that life is the integration of complexity. everything is situational and multilinear. Find the middle path and challenge yourself to think deeper. Give love, but don't exhaust yourself. Be peaceful, but don't become passive. Have patience, but don't settle for less. Trust yourself, but don't develop arrogance. Be open to love, but don't force a connection. And have goals, but don't chase after each craving. When in doubt, remember that you have the power to say no, the authenticity to be you, the patience to keep learning, the fortitude to continue trying, and the courage to embrace change. You have the fearlessness to give selflessly. You have the wisdom to cultivate inner peace, the bravery to fulfill your aspirations, the openness that grows friendships, the awareness to follow your intuition, and the intelligence to not repeat the past. It is hard to see your progress when you are deeply immersed in the process. Before you let doubt take control, examine how much you have grown and accomplished by mentally taking a big step back so you can look at the whole picture. Gratitude makes you happy. Attachment makes you struggle. Gentleness reveals inner wisdom, and harshness reveals inner turbulence. Calmness supports good decisions, and solitude supports transformation. You do not need a partner to feel whole. You do not need to have everything figured out to feel successful. You do not need to be fully healed to feel peace. And you do not need to be fully wise to feel happy. Embracing yourself as you are reinforces your worth and decreases the friction in your mind. Heal at a pace you know is right for you. What works for someone else may not be what you need, as each person holds a unique emotional history. Discomfort is a part of growth, but constant discomfort is not healthy. And self-love is balancing serious inner work with rest and ease. You can just take the next few moments to allow everything you've heard today to settle. And reminding yourself that if you've heard something that resonated or struck a chord with you, that feeling comes just when we hear on the outside what a part of us already knows to be true on the inside. So just allowing those truths to be enhanced within you, so you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own instincts and your own intuition. Trusting that you already know what you need to do. And there is no one else out there who can teach you more about yourself and your needs and wants than what alone time can teach you. So you can bring some attention now back into your face and just noticing if there's any expressions or tension that's crept back here. And once again, consciously letting it go. As you let some awareness come into your heart. And just tracing that space between your heart and both of your hands. Remembering this innate connection between your heart and your hands. Maybe even feeling your heartbeat in the hands. As you remember your anatomy and the pulse that is in both hands. Reminding yourself that your hands have the power to create whatever is on your heart, to heal through the power of your heart, and to share what your heart wants to share. If it feels like something you'd like to do, you can just let the palms of your hands find each other as you bring your hands just to a prayer position at heart center. And just feeling all of this power here generated through you. Reminding yourself of your power as often as you can. Just taking a final deep and full breath into the body and just letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of whatever you're ready to let go of as you allow the head to gently bow. And just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights, and may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.